Hey Janani, I've been wondering, what should we change? What should we do as educators, given that the world is currently at war?
I've been wondering same thing,
Huh.
but in a slightly different format. Like first I started with should our 6 and 4 year old know anything about it? And then I decided not really about this war in particular.
But I feel like we've consciously not introduced them to anything about guns. They know very little about guns. They don't consider shooting people a part of regular play, which
Yes.
is pretty amazing considering the number of kids who think shooting people is a part of regular play.
We went to our 4 year old's friend's house and our 4 year old didn't know how to hold the gun that
Huh.
he gave her. So that was good.
Yeah.
Uh,
So I think that's definitely relevant for like the elementary age.
Yeah. But then I was also thinking about the students that I work with, right? The adolescents. And I realized, and I was thinking about my own skills and knowledge because I've been really trying to figure myself out in this world that's at war, having never really experienced it as an adult myself. And I realized I needed to know how to read media.
Uh huh. And that was true. So as a child growing up, all the films that valorize war and tell you those stories, and my grandfather was in the army, so I knew of the army as an institution, as a very respected institution, and it is. Um, but how do we? A thing I learned from a book was to consider the military as a cultural institution as well, right? It's funding, it's enabling certain people to make movies that use military equipment,
Okay.
right? So every military movie has to sort of tacitly have the support of the military in order to use all that equipment, or you spend a lot of money.
Okay.
And the number of US movies that thank the Pentagon for funding them or whatever, for supporting them. So, just like we think about all the other institutions, right? We think about religious institutions and how they change the media. We think about big corporates and how they change the media. I think we need to think about the military as one of the institutions that's shaping the media and the culture by growing it.
How would you bring that to students? Or should you?
I'd really like to figure out how to do that in the here and the now, because part of it is that, like, in order to be the righteous aggressor, you need to tell the story of
The other.
the other of your enemy in a way that like is not generous to the enemy at all.
So let's bring that back to children, right?
Right.
Because that is also, I think, relevant from the very beginning. Yesterday,
Ah.
I was working upstairs and our kids were playing downstairs. And the older one, the 6 year old, walked up and said, the 4 year old is fighting with her and saying unkind words. And she sat for a bit, ruminating in that, and then went back down. And then the 4 year old came up and said, the 6 year old is saying unkind words and fighting with her. Both had the same story. And
So how did you resolve it for them?
I gave them a hug because I was also working. But I think what I try to do in that scenario is I move away from who was right and who was wrong to what do you need and what do you need? And can you meet those needs or do you need help from me?
Yeah, this right and wrong polarization, and I think moving away from a simple story, because it's easy to, like, they come and they give us that simple story,
Yeah.
but pushing them to go beyond that simple story to what were needs and how do we meet them. I think that's what we can do. And the other thing that both of us want to do as educators is talk about this for 5 minutes every day for the coming few days. So that was 5 minutes. We'll see you tomorrow.